true taste of a night rain is. Some say it carries the bitterness of unformed worries. Others find it as sweet as an old promise, while some perceive it as salty, as silent tears shed in the deep of the night. Tonight, I will take you to a nameless inn, where whenever it rains, the owner brews a single, unique kind of tea, a tea with no leaves and no scent, one that warms the stomach yet holds the entire memory of a lifetime. But before we step through that old wooden door to find our own answers, I want you to set aside everything belonging to the outside world. Let all the numbers, the plants, and the lingering anxieties of today stop right behind your bedroom door. Hello, I am Saba, and tonight I am here to be your companion, a silent storyteller, guiding you back to your most primal peace. Let my voice be like a soft silk ribbon, entwining and soothing your mind, taking you away from the clamor of life to touch the deepest stillness. Now, begin by finding your most comfortable position on your familiar bed. Feel the loyal support of the mattress beneath your back. You are safe. You are protected in this private space. Slowly pull up the warm blanket, letting the gentle heat envelop your body, and when you feel truly ready, softly, very softly, close your eyes. Take a moment to notice your breath. Do not try to control it. Simply observe it the way you watch raindrops falling outside the porch. Breathe in deeply, feeling the cool, fresh air pass through your nostrils, feeling your chest and spreading down to your abdomen. And then breathe out, slowly, long, as if you are shedding an invisible burden from your shoulders. Inhale stillness and exhale all tension. Once more, inhale peace deeply and exhale all the fatigue of a long day. Very good. With every breath, you feel yourself becoming a little lighter, like a dry leaf slowly landing on a calm lake. Now, join me on a short journey inside your body to awaken relaxation and invite sleep closer. Start from the top of your head. Imagine a stream of warm, clear water, like summer rain, slowly flowing over your crown, soothing the tensions on your scalp. The muscles of your forehead begin to unfurl, as flat as waveless water. Relaxation spreads down to your eyebrows, then to your temples. Your eyes now become so heavy, so cozy, sinking deep into their sockets, like two precious jewels kept in silk. You no longer need to see anything. The world within you is beginning to open with the most somber and gentle hues. That relaxation continues to flow down to your cheeks, down to your jawline. Relax your lower jaw, letting your lips part slightly and naturally. Feel your entire face becoming soft, losing all the hardness of the day. Then that warm water flows down your neck, down to your shoulders, where you have carried too many responsibilities for the past dozen hours. Let your shoulders sink deep into the mattress, letting go completely. No more pressure, no more straining. Only a gentle feeling remains, gentle, as if melting into space. It spreads gradually down your arms, from the upper arms through the elbows to the very tips of your fingers. You clearly feel the slight vibration of life flowing, yet simultaneously an absolute stillness. The right arm is heavy. The left arm is heavy. Each finger lazily letting go. Now, pay attention to your chest and abdomen. Feel the steady rise and fall with each breath. Every time you exhale, your stomach settles back down, carrying away all your hidden anxieties. Every internal organ is resting, being cradled in the silence of the night. The flow of relaxation continues down to your hips, down to your legs, those persistent companions that have carried you everywhere. Let your thighs, knees, and feet relax completely. Feel every muscle fiber loosening without a single bit of resistance left. From the top of your head to your heels, you are now a unified entity of peace. You find you are no longer a rigid block, but have become a part of the space, a part of the gentle darkness enveloping the room. At this moment, the outside world seems to have receded into a misty realm. The car horns, the footsteps, even the echoes of daytime conversations become distant, fading until they vanish. Only the steady beat of your heart remains, your breath rustling like leaves, and my voice whispering in your ear. You are standing at the threshold of another world, the world of dreams and healing. You feel so safe, as if wrapped in a warm cocoon, where no worry can reach you. Just lie there, so steady, so still. Feel the weight of your body as a liberation, not a pressure. You are being supported by the earth, embraced by the universe. Every cell in you is beginning the process of self-repair, of self-renewal after a long, hard day. You don't need to do anything, don't need to think anything. Your only task right now is to let yourself drift along this peaceful current. We are preparing to enter the space of that rainy night in. But right now, enjoy this wonderful sensation of emptiness, a full emptiness, where you find yourself amidst the clutter that has been let go. You have done very well today, and now is the time for your most precious reward, a deep and dreamless sleep. Just let yourself sink deeper, deeper still, into the coziness of the bed, deeper into the silence of the night. Everything is fading, fading. Only the warmth of your breath remains and the readiness to listen to the story of the nameless tea. You have truly grounded yourself, truly relaxed, and the door leading to the taste of memory is slowly opening to welcome you with the clearest soul. Are you ready to come with me inside that inn? Keep your eyes closed and let me lead you a little further into the land of dreams. The intention for a good sleep has been planted, and now it will sprout in this silence. You are falling asleep in absolute protection. Just let my voice gently lead you away. Later, when you wake up to a morning full of energy, you can return here to share this feeling of peace with me. But that is a story for tomorrow. For now, just listen, just breathe, and simply vanish into this tranquility. As your mind begins to lighten and your body gradually dissolves into the comfort of the bed, let me take your mental hand, leading you through a hazy mist to enter a completely different space. Here, there is no concept of time or the narrow walls of reality. You find yourself walking on a small trail in the middle of an ancient forest where giant trees reach high, sheltering the ground with arms of deep green leaves. Each of your steps now is strange. It is light and weightless, as if you are gliding over a layer of soft, damp, green moss. The surrounding air carries the purity of night dew, mingled with the somber scent of decaying wood and the pristine fragrance of late-blooming forest flowers. You take a deep breath, feeling the gentle chill of the late night caress your skin, soothing the last heat of the day's calculations. In the distance, through the gnarled tree trunks, a warm orange-gold light flickers. It is not the harsh light of street lamps or the coldness of electronic screens, but the natural, honest light of candles and a charcoal fire. You draw closer, and the gurgling sound of a small stream gradually becomes clear. The water flows steadily, rhythmically, like a piece of meditative music, washing away the last dust remaining in your consciousness. That stream flows over smooth pebbles, carrying all your sorrows downstream, far out of sight. And there, the Nameless Inn appears before you. It is a tiny, humble wooden house nestled beside the stream and old pine trees. The first raindrops of the night begin to fall, tapping rhythmically on the gray-brown roof tiles. The sound of rain here does not feel noisy or rushed. Instead, it is like a whisper from the earth and sky, cradling the souls of weary travelers. You feel a gentle urge to step inside, for that place radiates a powerful sense of returning. At this inn, you don't need to be anyone. You don't need to hold a title. You don't need to put on a forced smile, nor do you need to prove your value to anyone. This is a space of absolute acceptance. You step onto the wooden porch, feeling the warmth from inside seep through the door cracks, embracing you like the arms of a loved one who has been waiting for a long time. You gently push the wooden door. The creak sounds familiar, signaling that you have truly detached from the noisy world outside to enter the sanctuary of silence. Inside the inn, tea steam billows and spreads, blending with the scent of old wood and the snug warmth of the fire. A strange sense of security envelops you. You find you are no longer an observer, but a part of this very space. You find a small corner near the fire where the warmth radiates steadily, soothing every inch of your skin. Now, your mind has completely surrendered its vigilance. You are ready to listen, ready to feel, and ready to drink a cup of nameless tea, the taste of memory and letting go. Let me stay here with you, in this warm golden space, where every raindrop that falls is a promise of healing. You are exactly where you need to be. You are doing exactly what you need to do, which is to rest, to let go, and to find yourself again in the infinite silence of tonight. In the cozy atmosphere of the inn, the warmth from the hearth does not just warm your skin, but seems to seep into the deepest corners of your soul. You sit down on a smooth, worn wooden chair, feeling the heat spread from the stove, where dry logs are still smoldering, occasionally making delightful crackling sounds. The scent of heated pine wood mingles with the smell of damp earth brought in from the porch, creating a flavor of antiquity and stillness. The orange-gold flames dance on the wooden walls, creating flickering shadows, making everything around become soft and more ethereal than ever. At this moment, you realize you are not alone in this rainy nighting. Sitting around the low circular wooden table are 3 other travelers, each carrying their own appearance, but all radiating a silent exhaustion, a weariness of souls who have traveled too long on the sun-drenched and wind-swept roads of life. You look at them, and in a strange moment, you see a part of yourself present in each of those faces. To your left is the merchant. He sits there, his shoulders slightly hunched, his hands clasped tightly with fingers, occasionally moving as if tapping on an invisible abacus. His face is deeply etched with the wrinkles of worry. His eyes, though looking at the fire, seem to still be tracking numbers, contracts, and negotiations that have no end. He represents the rational part of you that is always taut as a bowstring, the part that always pushes you to move forward, to succeed, to accumulate, only to one day realize you are exhausted in a forest of material things yet lacking peace. His sigh is heavy, carrying the weight of so many responsibilities and expectations that he has placed upon his own shoulders. Opposite him is a young girl. She sits quietly, her eyes slightly rimmed with red, as if she has just endured a private cry, or perhaps the hearth smoke has stung her eyes. She fidgets with the hem of her dress, her gaze distant and lingering. Within her dwells the presence of unfinished emotions, the longing for a person or a realm of memory that has receded far away yet remains impossible to let go. She is the embodiment of sensitive, vulnerable hearts, always carrying sweet yet bitter, nostalgic memories. You look at her and suddenly remember the times you were also immersed in nameless sorrows, moments when your heart skipped a beat for something lost, only to remain forever wandering amidst the ebbing and flowing tides of life. And the third guest, a soldier with shoulders as steady as a mountain, yet his eyes hold a deep, quiet sadness. He sits with a straight back, his gestures decisive, yet he carries an uncanny air of solitude. His eyes have seen too many partings, too much loss, and the silent sacrifices of the distant frontier. He represents fortitude, yet he is also the dwelling place for soul scars that never quite heal. He is the most resilient part of you, the part that has traversed storms and wreckage, only to now yearn for absolute silence. No gunfire, no shouting, only the steady sound of rain falling outside. Between those 3 souls, and you as well, is the old innkeeper. He steps out from behind a coarse cloth curtain, his bare feet moving across the wooden floor without making a sound. He possesses a demeanor so leisurely it is strange, as if time for him is not a rushing stream but a placid lake. His face is benevolent, his eyes bright yet warm like night stars, making anyone who looks at him feel comforted and understood without the need for a single explanation. He does not ask where they came from, nor where they are going. He simply and quietly picks up the earthenware pot, pouring steaming streams of water into each porcelain bowl. The sound of water pouring into the bowls gurgles softly, dispelling the thick atmosphere of preoccupation. The old man places a bowl of water before each person and speaks gently, his voice deep and warm like a bell echoing in the night. Travelers, the wind and rain have kept us here tonight, In my inn, there are no delicacies, nor is there expensive, famous tea. There is only a nameless tea. I invite you to take a sip to warm your souls. You feel the heat from the porcelain bowl radiating into your palms. A pleasant sensation begins to seep into your skin. You look at those around you, seeing them slowly bring the bowls to their lips. The merchant takes a sip, then abruptly sets the bowl down, his face conting. Innkeeper, why is this tea so bitter? This acrid taste reminds me of the bitter years of starting my business, the betrayals and the white nights spent sleepless for fear of losing everything. This bitterness feels like it is choking my throat. The young girl holds her tea bowl for a long time. She takes a very small sip, and a weary smile appears on her lips. So strange. I find it sweet, a refined sweetness, gentle like the scent of grass after rain, like the first time he held my hand on a windy afternoon. This sweetness makes me want to cry, for it reminds me that I was once loved that much. The soldier quietly drinks the entire bowl in one long draught. He sets the bowl on the table, his eyes staring into the void. As for me, I only find it salty, the saltiness of salt on the training grounds, the saltiness of tears rolling down the cheeks of mothers sending their sons to war, and even the saltiness of blood and sweat. It is very painful, sir. 3 people, 3 completely different perceptions, though they drank from the same pot. You look at the bowl in your hand, a thin wisp of steam rising, painting ethereal lines in the air. You also slowly bring it to your lips, sensing its taste. What do you taste? Is it the taste of the weary days you have passed through? Is it the taste of unfinished dreams? Or is it the taste of the stillness you have long yearned for? The old innkeeper looks at them all, then looks toward you with a profoundly tolerant smile. He speaks leisurely. The truth is, in this pot, there is not a single tea leaf. This is only pure rainwater I gathered from the eaves at sunset, then boiled over this charcoal fire. And astonishment fills the room. The merchant exclaims, "No tea? Then why did I find it bitter?" The young girl is bewildered. "Why did I find it sweet?" The old man nods slightly. "Because you have each flavored your own bowl of water with your own spice. That spice is memory. You are not drinking tea, you are drinking your own souls. This world is essentially a blank sheet of paper. The taste of life is inherently tasteless, bitter, sweet, or salty. It is all created by our own minds. If your heart is full of calculations, rainwater turns to bitterness. If your heart is full of infatuation, rainwater turns to honey. And if your heart is full of wounds, rainwater turns as salty as tears of sorrow. The old man's words are like a beam of light piercing the fog in your mind. You suddenly realize that for so long you have carried too many unnecessary spices into your life. You have made yourself suffer through the gray lenses of anxiety, sadness, and regret. You look again at the water in your hand. Now it is just crystal clear rainwater. And as you let go of prejudices and sorrowful memories, you suddenly find the water truly pure, a purity that lightens the heart. Outside, the rain still falls steadily, but it no longer carries the air of melancholy. It is like a process of purification, washing away the dust of the soul. You see the merchant begin to relax his hands, the young girl wipe away a tear, and the soldier exhale a long sigh of relief. All of them, and you as well, are beginning to understand the lesson of letting go. This world has no fixed colors or flavors. It only has the color and flavor of your mind. The night has grown late, the old innkeeper whispers, his voice blending into the rain. Let the taste of tonight's tea vanish with the hearth smoke. Sleep deeply, so that when you wake tomorrow morning, your souls will be as clear as the first dew of the day. Do not carry bitterness or saltiness into your sleep. Return them to the void. You feel a powerful urge to lie down, to close off all thoughts and let yourself drift away. Their story, which is also your story, has found its resting place. This deep empathy makes you feel you are no longer alone in your hurts. Everyone has their own tea flavors, but what matters is knowing when to set the bowl down and rest. Let the words of the old innkeeper be like a cool breeze, blowing away the final remnants of tension. You are here, in the inn of the soul, the only place you are allowed to be completely yourself. No mask, no burden. Just let the warmth from the fire and the rain outside the porch lead you into a deep sleep. Deep, so very deep, where there is no more bitterness, no more saltiness, only peace without beginning or end. Take another sip of warm water in your mind, feeling the heat spread from your esophagus throughout your chest. At this very moment, as the old innkeeper smiles and reveals the secret of the pure rainwater, something within you also gently vibrates and breaks open. A gentle awakening, not blinding, but soothing, like moonlight through the mist. You realize that, as it turns out, for all this time, we have not experienced the world as it truly is. We experience it through the filter of old experiences, through unhealed wounds, and through unfinished ambitions. Just as the merchant found bitterness, the girl found sweetness, and the soldier found saltiness, you too have looked at your life through the colorful lenses of emotion. When your mind is rife with anxiety, every opportunity that comes bears the bitter taste of doubt. When your heart is heavy with sorrow, every small joy bears the salty taste of regret. But look closely at the tea bowl in your hand now. It is crystal clear. It has no color, no scent, no taste. It is the embodiment of original truth, the stillness you have long sought. Relief begins to spread from your mind down to your hands. Now, relaxing on the blanket, you suddenly understand a simple yet profound truth. This world is essentially a mirror reflecting your own soul. You do not need to change the whole world. You do not need to try to change the bitterness of the tea. The only thing you need to do is let go of the spices of memory that have become too heavy. Cast off the bitterness of calculations. Leave behind the saltiness of pain, and return the sweetness of unrealistic cravings to the night. Now, the bowl in your hand is only pure rainwater, water distilled from the blue sky, boiled by the warm fire of presence. And you are also becoming as clear as the water itself. Every burden regarding who you must be, what you must do, what you must achieve, all are vanishing. You feel a gentle current of freedom running down your spine. It is the freedom of one who has learned how to let go of old tea flavors to embrace absolute purity. Let this philosophy soak deep into every cell, but do not let it trouble your thoughts. Simply feel it as a warm, safe sensation. You realize that, as it turns out, peace is not far away. It lies right in your permission to be nothing, to return to a pristine state like an original raindrop. Every event that happens in life, whether bitter or sweet, is only a raindrop falling into the spiritual lake of your soul and then vanishing. The nature of the lake remains forever calm and still. Letting go at this moment is not losing, it is finding. You find true rest when you no longer have to try to control the flavor of life. You smile to yourself in the dark, a smile of insight and compassion for yourself. The rain outside still falls, the fire still burns, but the person sitting in the inn now is completely different. You feel as light as a wisp of tea steam, ready to soar into the dreamscape, where there's no boundary between reality and illusion, between the self and the world. Let this final bowl of tea dissolve. You are no longer drinking tea. You are drinking the very silence of the dark night, and in that silence, you find sleep a sacred gift for those who have learned how to let go. Everything is okay now, truly okay. You are gradually vanishing into this immense relief, slowly, slowly, sinking deep into peaceful understanding. At this moment, the boundary between the Nameless inn and your room has completely dissolved. You are no longer the traveler standing outside the story. You have become the merchant who has shed the bitterness of calculation. You are the girl who has put away the melancholy sweetness of nostalgia. And you are the soldier who has found peace after the salty storms. All those characters, all those fragments of life have dissolved into your steady breath right now. You feel your body sinking deep, deep into the mattress, as if you are dissolving into tiny raindrops, soaking into the heart of the compassionate Mother Earth. The crackling of the fire in the inn is now just the peaceful beat of your heart. The sound of rain falling on the wooden porch is now the whisper of the night, cradling every cell in your body. You no longer see yourself lying in any specific room. Rather, you are lying in the arms of the universe, where space and time are but a soft silk cloth sheltering your sleep. Your breath slows down, deeper, slowly, slowly. Each time you exhale, a bit of the golden light from the hearth fades, giving way to a gentle, cool darkness enveloping your mind. Nothing left to think about, nothing left to crave. The bowl of tealess tea has finished its task. It has returned you to a clear, unburdened essence. You are drifting, drifting like a leaf on the small stream beside the inn. No effort needed, no steering required, simply following the peaceful current leading into the dream realm. A feeling of absolute safety envelops you. You know that no matter what flavors the world brings tomorrow, your soul will always be a calm lake, vast enough to embrace it all. But that is a story for the dawn ahead. For now, there is only silence. The purest silence is embracing you. You are sleeping, sleeping so deeply, completely vanishing into this stillness. Before you sink entirely into a dreamless sleep, let this whisper send you a sincere thank you for walking this entire journey of return with Sava. If you find peace tonight, when you wake up tomorrow with a fresh soul, remember to come back here to like, share, and follow the channel so we can find our way back to deep sleep together again. But for now, let everything recede, only the breath remains. And sleep, sleep well, sleep well, sleep so deeply.